Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda. Welcome to the Good Karma Success Coach podcast. My name is Melinda Van Fleet, and I'm a mindset success coach. And each week, my intent is to bring you tactical tips, tools, share my learnings and stories that can help you in your career or general life and make an impact. I aim to inspire, transform, and be relatable to where you are in your journey. I might even throw in a mantra each week to help practice changing your mindset, because I strongly believe that if I can do it, you can do it too. So what's stopping you? This week, I completed week 4 of my daily content share that I've been doing every morning on Instagram. I have not batched this. I do it truly every morning, and I've had some learnings already. So I wanted to share them with you guys and kind of just do a little bit of a mashup in regards to that. Episode 16 is where I talk about why I was doing it. And when I started, my intent was to always be doing it live. But I quickly realized several things about doing live video that I didn't know. Number one, the feed isn't the greatest, whether it's on my phone, which is actually awful, or the iPad is kind of inconsistent, but I tried that. Number 2 is that most people aren't up on Instagram when I'm doing it in the morning, which is a good thing. You shouldn't always be on Instagram, so I think that's great. You shouldn't be watching your Instagram. So there really wasn't any real reason to be live. Number 3 is that the reach wasn't as good as when I do a recording. Also, too, I can't save live to highlights. And adding some highlights to my Instagram is something that I'm working on. So I feel that if I like any of the videos, they just go away. So kind of, a waste if you like what you had put out there. And then also, too, I'm starting as of today to upload it to Facebook. So no more live. I'm just doing recordings, but I am doing it after the first shot. So I'm treating it like it's live and just being off the cuff and not rehearsed. So it's very interesting to me as I am doing more Instagram and days go by and time passes and I'm watching what others are doing. It's interesting to me how a lot of these really awesome and well-established social media motivational coaches, speakers, however you want to put it, don't really do any video. And, it's kind of funny because when you do a video, it's really imperfect. I might have a day where my hair looks bad, or I feel my skin looks bad, or my setting's not awesome, or the sun's not really up, so it's kind of dark, like when I was in Atlanta. So it's just kind of interesting how when you do these videos, you have to realize that it's not going to be perfect, which means you have to push through that fear of not having the most perfect video, the most perfect picture, the most perfect filter, the most perfect shot. And there's just so much of that out there on Instagram that I really hope that by people watching my video that they realize that, heck, this girl's doing it, and it's certainly not perfect. She doesn't look the best today. She's not in the best setting. The lighting's not the greatest. But if she can do something like this, I can do it too. So that's really another main reason besides practicing, besides sharing, another reason why I'm doing my videos as I'm doing them is so someone else can realize that they can do it too. The other thing I really wanted to talk about that I think is really important and comes across a lot with my coaching clients is daily disciplines. So this was something that I added to my already crazy busy schedule. And granted, it doesn't take me a lot of time because I'm already walking or I'm already in motion going somewhere. I'm already listening to content. So I just have to give it like another couple minutes of thought, speak into the camera for a minute and upload it. But it's just one more thing that I added to my day. So I already meditate. I already make my celery juice. When I'm home, I already work out. I already have a little strategy with my husband. All these things I've talked about before. So what's important that I really want to get across is what are things that you want to work on? What is a daily discipline that you have been saying to yourself, I need to do this? I know I need to do this. I know I need to eat a better breakfast. I know I need to work out. I know I need to do this thing with my child in the morning, whether it's going over their homework or prepping for the day. I know I need to journal. I know I need to just sit for like 5 minutes and have peace and quiet. What are those little daily disciplines, even if it's just one thing that you can really say to yourself, I am going to do this. So just like that quote I used in the beginning with Yoda, you don't want to say try. You really have to say, I'm going to do this. The Instagram content share that I did this morning was one that I really liked. It was a podcast that I listen to all the time called Entree Leadership. And the podcast, the gentleman who is a motivational speaker, he says when he was a coach, he would say to his team, they are not allowed to say the word I can't. And if you think about it, what do you say in your day, if you're working out, oh, I can't work out anymore, I'm tired, or I can't take care of that. It's such a prevalent word that we all use. And he would literally make it pretty much sounds like illegal for anyone to use that on his team. They were not allowed to say the word I can't. So what are you saying to yourself every day? Are you saying I can't? Are you saying I can't fit that into my schedule? Are you saying I can't get that done? What are you saying, and how can you reevaluate your day and everything that you have going on so you can do it? And it's not just I'll try. It's not I can't, but it's I will, and I did it, and I do it. Those are the words that you really want to make sure you're saying every day. I really want to challenge you to think of those things, to take 15 minutes today to sit down and think, what is something I want to accomplish and make a daily discipline? Or even if it's not daily, maybe it's something once a week or once a month that you always want to do. Maybe it's going to a certain meeting. Even if it's meeting up with a friend, maybe you haven't spent enough time with your friends or your family, or a once a month date with your husband, something. I'm sure I have lots more things that I'd like to make sure I do. So I'm sure that I'm not the only person that looks at my calendar and goes, oh, I really need to get this done too, and I want to figure this out. So for me, another one I know I need to do is stretching. I've been saying this for years. I don't know what the heck my problem is and why I can't spend some time stretching, why I can't do a little 10-minute video. Lord knows I've got enough stacks of videos and a little, VCR machine. I know it sounds old, I'm sure, but it's awesome. So why can't I stretch more? I don't know what my problem is, so I've got to figure that out myself. But I'm sure we all have those things that we can figure out. And then also think about what can you eliminate and take out of your day. And I'll just give you a really goofy example of something. As I said, I'm just looking at more Instagram, and I was listening to someone's podcast, and they were talking about Huda, who's that very, very successful Instagram. She has a really successful makeup line, and she has 38 million followers on Instagram. Okay, that's insane. And so I was fascinated to see why does she have 38 million followers? How did this happen? That's pretty amazing. I've seen some people have a little over 1 million, but 38 million, that's wow. So I started following her on Instagram, and after a week, I'm like, why am I following her? Her videos are amazing. I will give her complete props. She's drop dead gorgeous, but her videos suck up my feed, and they're all makeup tutorials. Well, quite frankly, I'm not going to go out and buy all that makeup and learn how to do my makeup again. It is what it is at this stage in my life. Maybe I can do lip gloss here and there. But why am I following someone like that doesn't really serve me? So I stopped following her. So just simple things like that maybe are part of your day that you're like ended up getting sucked into watching or listening to, or something you're doing that just really doesn't serve you and help make you the best that you can be, to help make you a better person. So I really challenge you to just sit for 15 minutes today and think of what you can eliminate out of your life and what do you want to institute as a new daily, weekly, or monthly practice. And then you will be so surprised that over time, how that really builds and helps you grow, whether it's in your business or your life or your health. I mean, the celery juice thing for me, seriously has really helped my skin. It totally has. People have like commented. I'm lucky I've always had pretty decent skin, but it's even helped it even more. So to watch that change has been really cool. And I challenge you to think of things like that and to remember that consistency over time is what creates the results. I was reading, because I follow Gabby Bernstein, and then I also follow Rachel Hollis. And Rachel Hollis was talking about how 15 years ago is when she started speaking. And her goal was, to speak at like Tony Robbins and big crowds, which is what she's doing now. So 15 years. So that's dedication over all that time. And she's reached this huge level of success. Same with Gabby Bernstein. 14 years ago is when she started, and she started having groups in her apartment in New York City and wrote her first book, a few years later, and look where she is now. So consistency over time, daily practice, habits, all those things are what is going to help you be your best self. I want to end this podcast with this mantra. I will overcome my fears and achieve my goals. I will overcome my fears and achieve my goals. If you need help changing your mindset, or if you're like me, I always like to be working on fine-tuning and staying in alignment, I recommend writing this down several times a day, putting it on a sticky note to read often, record it on your phone to play over and over, whatever works to really get it into your subconscious, because reinforcement is key. Thank you for listening, and I hope you like what I share weekly and find useful. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, or you can check out my website, goodkarmasuccesscoach.com. Please feel free to shoot me a DM or an email, melinda@melindavanfleet.com. I would love to hear from you. I think it's so great when I get feedback, ideas, people to check out. I love that. So thank you so much for everyone that has left me a review on Apple Podcasts or who has reached out to me. And so till next time, be grateful, curious, keep taking steps forward, and always be learning. And you know what? Have some fun too. Thanks for listening.